Let your hands come down. Inhale, arms go up. Fingertips touch. Exhale down. Inhale, arms go up. Fingertips touch. Exhale down. Okay, let yourself go there. I'm going to step off the mat because we're going to move on to our tree pose here. So, while we're doing this, think of trees that you may have seen while being on a boat. Just try and think of some trees that might be by a bridge, whether the bridge is in a forest or whether the boat is separate along a river. So use your imagination. Getting strong into your right foot. Come to the toes of the left, turn them out to the side. Find a focal point and move your foot to the best place for you. Bring your hands to heart center and let your hands open up. Arms reach up. I'm thinking of weeping willow trees. That's kind of what you see by streams a lot of times. Just holding here, breathing. Maybe bring your arms back a little bit. And when you're ready, letting them go. Letting yourself have a little bit of movement here, from side to side. This music's just perfect for a little bit of side-to-side music. All right, coming to stillness. Give yourself a little shake. Once again, finding that important focal point. Getting strong into the left leg. Hands are on hips, coming up to the toes of the right feet, turning them out. Finding your spot. Hands come to heart center. And then when you're ready, open up. Good job, everyone. I got some beautiful trees by streams, rivers, mountains, by a bridge. I see them. There's one waving at me in the back. I see it. And then let it go. Come on down. Good job. Okay, so come to the top of your mat. And we are going to pick up our right foot, our right knee, and we're going to step back so it's parallel with the back of the mat and lean into the front knee. Open up your arms into warrior two arms, opening up your chest. Holding this here, being strong. Checking to see that your back arm's the same height as your right. Checking to see that the arch of the back foot aligns with the heel of the front. And just feeling that nice stretch. Now, remembering that arch your arm, where the arm comes up, the front arm comes up, comes down to the other shoulder, opposite arm comes up, and pulls it back. So now you would arch your warrior. Releasing that so it opens up. Once again, warrior two. The arm comes down, front arm comes down on the thigh. The back arm comes up by the ear and stretches forward. And then release back again to warrior two. And with that back foot, do a little push off and return to the front. Give yourself a little shake, a little spin, a little roll back, whatever you need to do. We're gonna pick up that opposite foot, step it up, send that foot back, bend it to the front knee, arms go out for warrior two arms, checking to see that the back's the same as the front. Good job. going to send that front arm up to her ear, back to the side. Back arm's going to come and give it a pull. Option to have your gaze look up. And once again, open up those arms. Let the front arm come down to the front leg. Extended side angle, reaching up. Breath in, out. Thinking of this extended side angle as a bridge, or maybe even part of a sailboat. Let yourself rise back up again. Warrior two arms. The foot in the front, the bent knee turns forward, so you're facing the long part of your mat. Let your hands come down. Your arms a little low here, they've been up for a while. Feet are pointing forward. So we're going to bring our hands to heart center. We are going to do a squat here for horse. And hold this here a little bit. Let yourself sit back so you feel like good squat. We got a Kentucky Derby happening in May. And now push up all the way for star. Breathe in. And as you exhale, pull it in and squat down. Good job. And push it up and out. Pull it back in last time. Good, just push up through. Now, if you have a block that is close by, grab your block. We're going to put that in the center of us. Our feet are still facing forward. We're going to have the block in this lowest position right in front of us. So here we are. We're going to stretch up with cactus arms this time. Then we're going to put those cactus arms up. And then we're going to pull them in, hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. And then let your fingertips come to your hip crease. Bend and let yourself come forward so your hands come down to the block, the lowest point here. At this lowest point, open up to the right side, stretching up. Feel that strength on the inner thigh and through your arm. Gaze looks up. And bring it back down. Coming to the other side, up and over, stretching it. Back to center. Pulling that block towards you so it's a little higher this time. Both hands are on the block. Once again, reaching to the right. As you exhale, back to center. And reaching to the left. Back to center. Just taking a breath in here. Let your head just fall heavy a little bit. Let it go from side to side. And let's pull this block up to its full height. Hands are on the block. Opening to the right. And back. To the left. And back down. Now slowly let yourself come up. Hands are at heart center. Taking a breath in. And out. Another breath in. And out. And then let your feet step together. Coming to the back of your mat again. A root rise is when you're rooted in your feet. You kind of do a bend, and then you come up, And then you let it go. Let's do a few of those. Root to rise up. And let it go. Root to rise up. Let it go. One more time. Being in a forward fold again, and allowing your head to move nice and easy. Your arms are loose. And then we let our hands come to the mat. Once again, this down dog. Coming into down dog. Pedaling it out. This time, we reach our right foot up. And put it down. Pedal some more. Left foot up. And put it down. The hands, we're going to walk forward. Now we're going to walk them back. Walking forward. And then. And now let your knees come to the mat. Legs separate. Toes come together. And let yourself do a child's pose. Breathing in. And out. In and out. In and out. And letting yourself come back up and allowing yourself to lie down on the back of your mat. And Fred is on light duty, so he is going to dim the lights. As we lie back here, give yourself a full body stretch. Pulling both knees into your chest. Giving them a good hug. Letting them work out your lower back. And then extend those legs up, option to hold your legs behind the thighs to keep them up. And let yourself do some circles with your feet. Just a little longer here. Let your neck relax, let it move from side to side. Be sure to thank yourself for taking time to do this yoga practice today. Allow yourself to think about the possibility of being a bridge builder, the possibility of boats as vessels that take us to safe places, that help us to get to destinations. The thought that Jesus wanted peace and stillness and calm in his life as well. Now let your legs come back down to the mat. Knees are bent, feet are flat on the mat. We're going to lift the right foot so the ankle rests on the left knee into the number 4 position here. And let yourself enjoy this little stretch. And then return that foot down, switch out and do the other side. Once again, feel that nice stretch, let your body enjoy it. You're placing that foot, keeping the knees bent. One last bridge before we go into Savasana. Palms of the hands are on the mat along beside your hips. Walk those heels back to meet the fingertips. And when you're ready, lift up that bridge. A nice, strong, tall bridge. Feel that stretch and the strength in your legs. And then when you feel ready, letting your spine come down slowly, one at a time. And allowing yourself to have another full body stretch. And then doing a check-in from head to toe with yourself. And moving and adjusting what you need to feel comfortable for your time of Savasana. And I will be sharing a poem with you called The Bridge Builder. So take a deep breath in and down. Starting at the top of your head to relax the forehead and the temples, down around the ear and the jawline, through your neck, shoulders, your arms, the elbows, the forearms, the wrists, and the fingers. And then returning back to your torso, to your ribs, the heart area, moving down to the core, the hips, the knees, down through the calves, the ankles, the feet and the toes. Let them relax. The poem, The Bridge Builder, was written in the 1900s. You allow yourself to listen. An old man going a lone highway came at the evening cold and gray to a chasm vast and deep and wide, through which was flowing a sullen tide. The old man crossed in the twilight dim. The sullen stream had no fear for him, but he turned when safe on the other side and built a bridge to span the tide. "Old man," said a fellow pilgrim near, "you are wasting strength with building here. Your journey will end with the ending day. You will never again will pass this way. You've crossed the chasm deep and wide. Why build you this bridge at the evening tide?" The builder lifted his old gray head. "Good friend, in the path I have come," he said, "there followeth after me today a youth whose feet must pass this way. This chasm that has been not to me, to that fair-haired youth may a pitfall be. He too must cross in the twilight dim. Good friend, I am building this bridge for him." The writer of this poem is Will Allen Dromgoole. And this poem is on two bridges, one in Vermont and one in New Hampshire, on a plaque. So you might ask, what is the moral of this poem? And this poem's moral would be, the old man had no obligation to build a bridge. The bridge he built was not for him. It was for people following him to benefit others, and he did it with no obligation. Letting yourself become a little more aware, and when you're ready, turning to one side or to the other into the position of a dreaming child. And then when you're ready, coming up to an easy seated position. Putting your hands on either side of you. Taking a breath in, hands go up. Fingertips meet. And as you exhale, bringing your hands to heart center and praying with me. Gracious God, we thank you for making bridges for us, saving us by grace and faith. And thank you also for Jesus. And together we say, Amen.
Amen.
Well, thanks for joining us today for this time. I hope you learned about being a bridge maker and all about folks. And I also want to thank Aaron Porter, Judy, Jerry, and Fred for joining us today. We'll see you next month in June for more Faith and Yoga from St. Bartholomew's. So until then, bye-bye.